noticed that the camera came on in that moment. Yeah, we gotta lower the music, it's loud. Yeah, what's going on, people? We have got quite the thing for you, and the thing is a Netflix show. It's kind of an original. It's from a video game. It's called Cyberpunk Edgerunners. It just premiered recently. I knew this was coming out. I forgot all about it. I'm a big gamer, and I love gaming, and I'm a big nerd about reactions and reacting to stuff. And so this is just a duh. I forgot this was happening. We were going to do a reaction review for it. Here we are. We're a little bit late. Here we are. So let's get going. I don't know anything about this show. I know the game, love the game. We played it here on YouTube. We also played it over on Twitch. By the way, in the description below, check out Twitch, check out Twitter, check out our Venmo and PayPal. I'm just saying. It's there. I'm just saying. Anyway, what? So this show is interesting. It's already gotten really good reviews. It just came out, and I'm like, dude, we were going to cover this and do a midnight. So super excited about this. We're ready to go. I have some questions going into this. Who are the leads / good guys? Who are the bad guys? What are the stakes? And what the hell is actually going on anyway? And again, live stream, warts and all, doing it live. Doing it live. We're doing it live. F it. Off-screen person. There's no one there. Let's get going to the actual review now. Oh, I'm excited. This is going to be commentary as well. So we're going to be talking over it because we're trying to be all polite about, you know, general rules of broadcasting. Anyway, so let's get to it, shall we? Boop, 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 boo. Episode 1, Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Let You Down. In 3, 2, 1. And let me get the resources going so you guys can see that. Boom. Okay. A Netflix anime series. Netflix does good anime. And we're just going to go from 1 straight into 2 because it's episode 1 and 2. They're fairly short, actually. Upbeat music. Okay. What's up? The music's tight. Oh, wait a minute. Violence, sex, nudity, smoking? Yes! Language? Violence, sex, nudity, smoking? Language and language? They're gonna have language? That's exciting. Okay. I love the video game, by the way. The video game is tremendous, so it's something that I'm a huge fan of, although people talk crap. We've got some police hanging outside. Cyber police. Everyone's augmented. Oh! Okay. Blam! Blood everywhere. Super anime right off the bat. We're not screwing around here. We're not effing around. This is violence and language, nudity, and sex. So everyone in Cyberpunk Super Future World is super augmented. The whole concept of Cyberpunk is that you are essentially, if you want to be, you can make yourself an immortal killing machine like this guy. You just keep replacing your parts over and over again. The style is already awesome. It's just dope. This already looks dope. Oh, and he's using all the stuff from the game is in this, and I really love that. Talk as much crap as you want about the game. I loved the game, and it's actually a platinum-selling title on multiple platforms. This is excellent so far. Very Ghost in the Shell, obviously. Oh, the effects of him going into Super Cyber mode, where he's like, that was very well done. This whole thing is really cool. This is on the level of, this is already, how far am I in? I'm not that far in. I'm only like 2 minutes. I'm not even 3 minutes in, and I'm like, this is on the level of other anime so far. Just stylistically. I don't know how the story's going to hold up, but right off the bat, we've got a big old shootout between cyber police and some cyber criminal. In the game, they're called cyber psychos. I have almost 200 hours logged. I think I have over 200 hours logged on Cyberpunk. I played it and replayed it. Okay, so now he's finally... But why did he attack the police? The cyber psychos will do things, but we don't know why. And a lot of the times it just comes from a weird place of cyber psychosis, which is a unique concept to consider cyber psychosis. And the apartment looks like V's apartment already. I just can tell after playing the game. Oh, so he's playing a game. So he's in a. That's good. Oh, the Ripper Doc. Sorry, I'm a big Cyberpunk fan. I played the video game again for hours. The text on the screen is what you would see playing the game. I thought it was just going to be a cliche thing. This is a nice start. This is a really nice start. He's playing it started off he was playing a video game. That wasn't the actual Cyberpunk world. It is, but it's a game in it. Oh, dude. Sex. Hardcore. VR. Sex. Man, that was really... By the way, the sex that happened in that moment was super intense, by the way. Jesus. Super intense sexual stuff. Look out, bro. My dude. Okay. He's got a roommate or a friend hanging out. Or the onset arthritis. Dang. Dude. Making Cyberpunk into an anime was genius. Like, Cyberpunk was already based off of, like, Akira and Ghost in the Shell and Blade Runner was based, like, come on, right? I didn't know they were doing this until, I mean, I did, and then I forgot about it, and now here we are. Is he a street kid? That's one of the ranks in Cyberpunk, as street kid. There's corporate, street kid, and then there's marauders, I think, who are the outsiders, and they roam around like they're like Mad Max groups who hang out in the desert. It doesn't really matter in the game though, because you just end up doing the same stuff. But it was supposed to be a whole thing where it was like going to be this big, massive, like even crazier than Grand Theft Auto, and then it turned out to be like kind of like Far Cry, and I was totally fine with it being like Far Cry. I just didn't know why they needed to advertise it like anything more than that. It should, like, Far Cry is an open world action game. That's what Cyberpunk is, and I love Far Cry. So, okay, so this guy's just see in the super future. They don't care if they hurt themselves because they can just go and fix their bodies if they break something. Oh God. And everyone is just messed up. They're on cyber drugs. Everything's just, God, it's garbage everywhere. There's just ads everywhere. Some rocket's taking some satellite somewhere. No one cares. At least they have flying cars, right? Like, that's the thing. Not that I want that now, I'm just saying. This is really, really, really fascinating so far. Okay, so we're Night City now, and we're exploring Cyber Night City, and yeah, it's all the locations from the game, and it's all the stuff. This is really cool. This is really cool to see that, because it was a game first. It wasn't an anime first. It was a game first, and I've already played, like, again, 200 hours, I think, of the game. So this is like, for me, this is actually like, you know how like when you're a little kid and you get Transformers, and then you find out there's a cartoon or a movie or a comic book, and you're like, what? It was almost like that. Like, you had so much fun with it as its own thing, that then when you find out that there's media or some sort of story associated with it, you're like, well, that makes it even cooler. And so he's seeing some lady running around in the city. Or not running around, but he's trying to track a lady. He's noticing a lady. Our lead. Okay. They're all being smart asses to the teacher. Okay. Gutter rat, rat off the street? Wow, okay. Cray crazy? So they're having a private chat in the middle of class because they don't care. That's pretty good. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So the kids were talking in a private session during class. Now we're going to an office. And he modified the headset, so he's in trouble for damaging stuff in class. So we're getting to know our leads right away. Question 1, who are the leads / good guys? Seems like Gloria and her son. David, that's his name. So David's the lead. So David's the lead. And he's a punk kid. He's a street kid. A cyberpunk kid, if you will. And because he's such a cyberpunk kid, he can't, he's not gonna, he's gonna stand up to the man. Sorry about that. They're having a monster truck rally outside just for right during this show. Sorry about that. I told them, hey, I'm going to be doing a show, but they're still having a monster truck rally. I don't know what their deal is. Anyway, back to Cyberpunk, episode 1, Edgerunners. No, he can't sit still a minute. He's clearly got some sort of weird cyber ADHD. Everything's cyber. It's like if you're watching a space movie, everything's space. In cyberpunk movies, it's all cyber. Man. How bad he stands out. He's trying to be a corpo? So he's not really a street kid. I mean, he is a street kid? I think he's trying to be a corpo?
What have I been busting my ass for then, huh? Everything I do for you, Dee. Don't you see that? You're breaking my heart, Mabel.
Oh boy.
My sweet baby boy. So smart.
She's now sad.
Everything to me. I want to give you a fighting chance at the city and a good education.
She feels so bad. She's like, I don't know what to do and I'm messing up. And so David is a real troubled youth. He's a troubled he's a troubled cyberpunk youth, and he's just trying to figure his way out in life, man. Okay, so yeah, and they got a cyber station wagon, a cyber hatchback. They have a cyber hatchback. That's exciting. Oh. Dang, dude. Whoa. Holy crap. I could say shiz, but I'm trying not to. Dang. There's just like a shootout on the freeway. A Matrix-style cyberpunk shootout on the highway freeway here. Oh my god. Like they're just having a conversation after school, and now it's real world violence. It's a video game. And did the episode end? Yes, it did. I think it did. Did it? No, I thought it did. I was gonna say that would suck if it ended. Okay, no, we're halfway through the first episode. I'm enjoying it so far. Is Trauma Team just gonna leave him behind? He's not a client. Neither is she. So they're ditching them because they aren't clients. Dude. Oh, dude. They're just leaving him there and he's stuck in the car? Oh, this is messed up, dude. And then he's got his cross hanging there too. Oh man. So what happens? What happens? What happens? But what happens? Okay, so she's in the hospital. Okay, so at the hospital now. Jeez. It's interesting because they took the game, which is kind of anime, but then they took anime and they just went, and now it's like, it's a hybrid of both, and it's awesome. If you're a big gamer and you've played Cyberpunk and if you enjoyed it, this is hopefully going to be really good for you. Okay. He's just escaping now, I guess. Okay, so he's trying to get bills paid. So is this what is this how he turns to street kid crimes? Wow. Okay. Huh. So he's trying to get augmentations done. Or money for augmentations. Wow. Huh. Dude. Okay. So this is interesting. He's now... He's trying to sell his augmentations. He's trying to help his mother right now. She's in the hospital. They're trying to get her medical bills taken care of. Man, the stakes are already real. I was like, what are the stakes? And like, David is a troubled youth, and he's trying to get... Whoa, this is rough. And he's like on his own, trying to do everything. Now he's got like bullies at school or what? No, it's like typical anime kind of high school troubles. Yeah, look at the goons behind him. Oh god, this is great. Jeez. They're really bigoted. The super future is super bigoted. It's more big. Is it more bigoted than now? Probably. Guy's head is all sideways right now. What's going on? Oh boy. Oh snap, dude. He's fighting words, dude. His legs doing the tappy tap again. He's getting the Marty McFly thing where he's like, no one calls me chicken. Okay, this is so anime high school right now. This is like super anime high school. And now he's gonna fight. What is that? What is he trying to do? Fight him? Oh, but they've got augmentations. He's got some MMA freeware. Oh, okay, so he doesn't have augmentations. So the rich kid just paid for augmentations. What is he doing? He's not actually hitting him. Oh, now he is. Now, okay. So the rich... Oh, that's unfair. So the rich kid was able to pay for all this augmentation crap. And because he was able to pay for all that stuff, he was able to take David on. Who, let's face it, if the rich kid didn't have all those augmentations, I think David would have actually stood a chance. But unfortunately, but he got messed up real bad because he's all, God, this is a real a real rough and tumble story. It's like a real riff-raff street rat kind of a thing. Like, I think they're trying to make a case for why he turns towards being a street kid. I think that's what's going on with this character. And again, it's one of the classes in the game. So the idea is street kid. So David might go street kid. We're still in episode 1. We're coming towards the end of it, but these episodes are short, and we're only doing the first 2, so we got the next one lined up. But out of 5 cyber things, and I'm saying cyber things, out of 5 cyber things, I'm already going to give this episode a 4. It's damn near perfect to what I want for an anime and a cyberpunk thing, but they're short, and I didn't expect them to be this short. I'm used to anime being like sometimes 30 or 40 minutes, maybe longer. Oh my God, this is just down. Oh my God, and his mother, oh God, and now he's got to just, oh, this is sad. This is terrible. I mean, no, the show's great, but the story for this kid is terrible. This is some dark shit, man. Pardon my language. This is some dark stuff, dude. This poor guy is really going through it here. Wow. I didn't think that the video game Cyberpunk could focus on such an intimate story about a troubled high school youth who's just trying to get by in Night City. And they're is this like the rise of some mafia boss in Cyberpunk? Like some, this is how the cyber dawn start, the dawn of the cyber dawn. The dawn of the cyber mafia dawn. You know, but dawn is spelled D-O-N, obviously, and then there's D-A, anyway. This is really dark and sad. Man. Oh, he said the B word? Now, as far as the number 4, what the hell is actually going on? It's pretty straightforward so far. We're still getting introduced to all the main concepts of the story here. We really had to show that David was coming from a really troubled, dark place. And this first episode is really getting into it. Showing the relationship between him and his mother, how much they loved each other. We're starting to see why he's going to turn to the dark side, essentially, and become, probably, instead of going corpo, because he was going to go corpo. So I believe he's going to go street kid now. Man. Oh, and he's back to the back to the porno. Oh no. Oh, here we go. So now David's gonna try and get cyber augmented. Okay. Yeah, but he'll do it, right? So this is the Ripper Doc, and the Ripper Docs are the people who do the augmentations in Night City. You've got legit ones, you've got illegitimate ones, and they're kind of like all over the place. Dude, this show is actually really rad. It's pretty rad. So and I gave it a 4. So next episode 2, Like a Boy is the episode 2. So now he's gonna try and get the augmentation from the Ripper Doc. Military grade piece. Wow, he's trying to get a military grade piece augmented into his cyber body. Oh God, he's like having the sex while he's talking to him. Ew. These Ripper Docs are just really weird dudes, man. They're just like constantly like Like action figures that can just pull off their arms, put other arms on, like GoBots. They're like GoBots. Here we go. Dude, he's getting augmented. He's getting the thing put in. Ripper Doc's installing his goods. Oh, interesting. Oh, the song. That's by I love the song, by the way. The song is by, I think, Franz Ferdinand. Yes. The song is called, I can't remember what it's called. I love Franz Ferdinand. They're a great band. They're a Scottish band. So this intro is really cool. I didn't see this intro in the first episode. I didn't really notice it. This is really, I love the artwork, and I love the music that they've chosen because I love Franz Ferdinand. They're a great band. It's called This Fire. The song is This Fire, or maybe Fire. Really good song. Man, I had no idea a cyberpunk anime would be This Fire by Franz Ferdinand. Right. Took me a while to get there. Love the title sequence. God, it looks so good. They get to really play with the cyberpunk visual aesthetic in an anime world. And anime has such a different... It's like they really took the two things and they really... Rafael Jackie created this. Directed by Hiroyuki Sahi? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm not trying to dishonor anyone. So David is our lead. The bad guys so far are the rich kids. Oh, dude, he just showed up and straight up jacked that kid in the chest. He doesn't care. He's just gonna beat the crap out of him now. Yeah, he's sick of it. He's like, let's do this, you punk. Let's do this, dude. I want revenge. So now he's gonna try and do his usual crap, but he's got, now David has a military augmentation. So now his military grade augmentation is just not gonna take any of this shiz. And he's just slowly moving out of the way. Assessing the situation and messing him up. Oh, he's gonna kill him. He's probably gonna kill him. That probably just murdered him. Good God. That's what you get, you punk ass rich kid. Paying your way through everything. Can't pay your way through this. Can't pay your way through this. Nice. Revenge on the douchey rich kid, first thing. He just showed up at school and just kicked his ass. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kick your ass right now. And all these locations are from the game, legitimately. Every single location in this, even this apartment, is somewhat based on, entirely off of the V is the character in Cyberpunk, and it's based off of their apartment. But I just think Night City has a lot of basic standard apartments. So now it just looks like he came up and assaulted him out of nowhere for no reason. Oh, and Arasaka? That's the big corporation. That's one of the big, that's like the big corporation in Cyberpunk, in the game. In the game? Arasaka. Oh. Interesting. Sandevistan implant. Cyberpsychotic incident. Excuse me. Interesting. So they're trying to... Oh, so now instead of, like, killing him or arresting him, Arasaka's like, let's get him and test him. And do stuff to him. Like, with science, with medical science. Jeez. Excuse me. So now he's been expelled. He's like, yeah, I don't care. He's like, I just want to kick that guy's ass. Now that I did, good. Worth the expulsion, sir. Worth it. Of course, it's a cyberpunk anime thing. So if it's anime, that means there's going to be sexuality, there's going to be nudity, obviously strong language and violence. I just love that they just say language. They just go language, as in, strong language. But no, you just said language. I just go, oh, like which one? Right? Like I'm stupid. Like, you got to say strong language. Okay, now there's like some dudes that might try and pick a fight with him, but he's going to be able to just destroy them. Oh, is he going to try and take him? No. He's considering. No, he's not. He was just jumping into the trash. God, I thought he was considering doing something bad. Anyway, glad he didn't. God, look how these dudes are just getting, like, ew. God. And he's just sitting around, hanging around him. That's so... It's so weird how that's just okay that they have these, like, masturbating devices on them. Oh, from the first episode, the light-haired lady. Okay, so who is she? She's got to be the other good guy lead that we were hearing about. The bad guys so far, Arasaka, and that's very much in line, I think, with, like, Cyberpunk, where the corporations are the villains in Cyberpunk, man. It's the corporations, man. So, I think Arasaka, other than the rich kid, are the villains. But we're meeting, I think, another good guy lead. The female lead, which is important because these days we got to champion the female leads. And in anime, there's always a femme fatale. And here we go, classic tradition anime femme fatale. She looks cool. She looks like badass. She's like attractive and sexy, but she looks like she could kick someone's ass at the same time. It's very much in line with like an Aeon Flux design, a Ghost in the Shell design. Jeez. Okay, so he's in trouble. She knows that. She's being very forward with him. Oh, she knows that he's got the implant. Okay. So now she's being hypersexual with him. In the cyber future, things are hypersexualized and there's a lot of cyber drugs. Just knowing that moving forward is a big thing. He's okay. Well, he did. It's not that it's not so much that he dropped out. He kind of dropped the rich kid, and they kicked him out for dropping the rich kid. Dude, she had like a thing wrapped around his neck. She would have like severed everything in his neck. Dude, this chick is crazy. And what's her out? I don't understand her outfit. I'm trying to like figure out her outfit when I look at it. I'm like, how do the pants work on her outfit and the dress part? Does the pants go up into the dress? What's going on here? Where's the dress? It's like a dress pants thing. It's hard to explain. Oh, also in Night City, and especially in the cyberpunk cyber future, women will wear very, very scantily clad clothing. The idea is, it's in line with the idea that in the past, people were more conservative, but as society has grown and developed and become more comfortable and much more like open, that women tend to feel more like they can show off. So fashion for women in the super future is they're barely wearing anything and they're just walking around there like almost basically naked, which is awesome. It's so awesome. But then the other thing is that like, I don't know if that's necessarily what the women want, but it seems like all the women in the super future are all dressing barely, and that seems to be the fashion, is they just all, that's the concept. So that's how they get away with it. They get away with having super sexy outfits that way, and the women are scantily clad because that's the idea, is that the less clothing a woman wears, they're more fashionable in the future. So the more naked they are, the more fashionable they are. The more exposed they are, the more stuff they're putting out. The better looking they are and the more attractive they are. And the more fashionable. It's what they do with a little in the future is the idea. $20%. Oh, he's not good. And he's passed out. Oh, so once he got the implant installed, he didn't do any precautions. Oh, he's not insured, believe me. No, he had this done by a low, very offbeat Ripper Doc. What? We're now. I'm gonna hurl. I haven't heard that since the '90s. I'm not kidding. I haven't heard hurl since the '90s. We're 11 minutes and 50 seconds in to episode 2, Like a Boy, Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Netflix. Interesting. Whoa, this ambulance driver person is just packing heat. They're just waving a gun around in the back of their ambulance. Oh. There's a fight in the ambulance. Oh. Dude, they're riding the cart that they need for ambulance patients is now being used as a car. And she's now riding it around on a cyber freeway. And he's strapped to it. And she's just like, yeah, this is fine. And she's just going backwards. What the hell? That was rad. That was really cool. This show's awesome. Oh, Doc's clinic, the Ripper Doc. Okay, but which doc is it? There's every other shop is a Ripper Doc in cyberpunk times. They're almost like Starbucks. So he fired it up 8 times. What does that mean? Whoa, okay. So he was using his augmentation like way too much, and that's not good. Yeah, he used his augmentation way too much. So now he's not doing so good. Interesting. Just put on his tab or whatever, right? At this point, he's got a huge cyber tab. Everything's cyber. And we're running out of cyber things. Episode 1 had 4 out of 5 cyber things. Episode 2 is... I'm still on the fence about episode 2. We're getting a lot of plot. We're getting an introduction to the female lead. And she's great. She's a great addition, but I want to get more... we need more from her. Because David has been great, but she's a more interesting character, and now we want to follow her around. Like, once you've introduced her, now we want to know what her deal is, and we want to start following her around. Because, like, she's really interesting. Like, he's cool, but now we're like, who's the pretty cool lady, or whoever, the sexy cyber lady? What's she up to? What's Eon Flux up to? I'm calling her Eon Flux until I know otherwise. Okay. Yeah, totally Ghost in the Shell mixed with Eon Flux and everything else that you've probably seen. A character, but these characters, by the way, aren't from, most of the, Arasaka is from the game, but the rest of these characters aren't really from the game, so they who knows, they may have been side characters in some other thing. I can't really remember. I played for 200 hours, so there's a lot of game. Interesting. Okay, so she's going to try and give him work so he can pay everybody back. But why is she invested in him? What is the investment here? Why does she care? Oh, because he has that military tech? What is she trying to do with it? She's up to something. Okay, her name's Lucy. Okay, so there's Lucy and David. Lucy is up to something. She wants David's augmentation. But he's also supposed to be tested. Is she working for Arasaka? And she's trying to bring David in? Oh, I think I figured it out. She might be working with Arasaka. Legit, I think she might be working with Arasaka, and she might be trying to bring David in. We are 16 minutes and about 20 seconds in to episode 2, like a boy. So now they're going back to her place, or his place. They're getting cyber drunk and doing cyber drugs. Huh. What do you mean the get up? What? Take it off. What? Wait. What's with the get up? What does he mean? What do you mean get up? Take it off. What? Oh, the coat. I thought you meant you're take your clothes off and then do it. I'm like, God, this is super sexualized. Oh, Edgerunners. Okay, so she's the head of the Edgerunner, JK's Edgerunners series. So it's a game. Your new life awaits on another planet, says the poster. Edgerunners is a game, I guess. Okay, interesting. So there are other worlds in the cyber... Well, I remember that at the end of the game that there were other planets you can go off world, but... I didn't know what the deal was about it. Interesting.
It's not.
So they're hanging out, discussing... They're just getting to know each other.
There's no way they would have accepted me off the street like that. She worked damn hard to keep me in the academy.
So she was trying to keep him in... Okay, so he was trying to honor his mother, but he's slowly becoming a street kid, even though he doesn't want to be. Although he wants to be corpo, he's slowly becoming a street kid. He can't, like, he's already a street kid. He's already going to Ripper Docks, and he's already fighting people. Like, he's just a street kid. What is his dream? What does he want? He never actually talked about what he wanted. He saw that Edgerunners game. Is that what he wants?
Actually, there's nothing wrong with that.
Gratuitous butt shot, but again, it's a cyberpunk game. Cyberpunk anime, and it's anime. Anime is already sexualized. Cyberpunk stuff is super sexualized. If you're combining the two, it's like, hey, we're gonna get away with everything we want. No complaints. It's great. She's got something to... Can't see me show you. Oh, wait, what? Is it a game? When they showed the ripped package, I was like, wait a minute, what is that? It looked like, you know, something for doing it.
Whoa! Check out this resolution. I can feel the fucking sun.
That's for you personally. It's what allows you to feel the heat of the sun.
Hmm.
Of course, you'd be fried crispy if I gave you the actual temp.
Well, yeah, if the moon doesn't have an atmosphere.
Love the experience.
Or an electromagnetic sphere. Oh, wait, does it? Kind of.
Wait, this is totally free.
I think it has an electromagnetic sphere. Is it very... Anyway. Cool, so they're in like a Vigi game where they're running around on the moon. That is awesome. Actually, that's really cool. Cool, so they're hanging out on in a video game moon. Becoming friends, friendship to the end. We're a bunch of friends, it's a friendship to the end. Or is it love? Oh, wait, is it love? Wait, is it romance? What is this? They're friends? I think this is like I think this is romance? Like, I don't know what's going on here with these guys. I'm like, they got a friendship vibe, a romance vibe? Like, wait. It's like a Mulder Scully thing? Like, like, will they, won't they? Like, what's up? Okay, so there's feels. I just realized that because they all can go to a video game world and they can go to different video game realities in Cyberpunk, that they can literally go anywhere in the show and do anything in the show because they have like a virtual reality augmented world that they can always just run off to, and it's almost as real as the real world. So they can just go and run off into that, and then the whole show is a whole other thing. Like then it becomes like an homage to other types of Dude, the space anime stuff, it's like very Cowboy Bebop right now. Even though it's not intentionally, no, it probably is. All the references are here. Like all of the stuff. Everything's here. They're just hanging out around craters. Probably the Sea of Tranquility. I bet she says that to all the cyber dudes that she brings into her cyber world. Right? I don't know. Oh. Interesting. What? What happened? What implant? Oh. What? I just went, oh. Like, oh. And then, so she was leading him not to Arasaka, but to some other dude. Dude, she sucks. She's a bad guy. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Dude, she sucks. So she was leading him astray. I was so caught off guard. I went, oh, and coughed and hawked a thing. Gross. That was awful and awesome. No, my hawking a thing was awful, but that was awesome. Dude, everything about that was great. Okay, so Cyberpunk Edgerunners is dope. Surprising. Didn't see that coming. I heard it was good. I heard it might be good. I heard people liked it, and you know, I didn't know what to think. So I'm kind of at this weird point now where I love it because it reminds me of other anime, and also I've played the Cyberpunk game. That to me feels like two very specific audiences that could be difficult to pull in because the anime people can be picky at times, and then the Cyberpunk gaming people might not want to go the anime route, but a lot of them I think will go the anime route. So I think like all the Cyberpunk, there's a lot. I'm a big fan of the game actually, so there are a lot of people like me will probably definitely gravitate towards this, who are the big fans of the game, like playing it. I don't know if anime fans will be nearly like people who are super hardcore anime fans. I don't know if they'll be nearly as enthused. I don't know if they'll be nearly as into this as like the Cyberpunk fans are, because we're down for this. Like we're like, me as a fan of the game, I'm like, this is awesome. I want more of this. This looks great. I can't wait to watch more of this. I'm just curious to see how this plays out moving forward, because I don't know how, like, so far the reviews have been really, really good, and I'm like, that's awesome, great, but now I'm wondering how it's gonna, like, carry on. Will the rest of the series hold up? Will it hang in there with other anime? Will it find an audience? It seems to have found a very early audience, like right away. Like the reviews very early on. It's only less than 24 hours it's been out, and people are already like, this is awesome, it's so good, you wouldn't believe it. After the first 2 episodes, I'm a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, and I'm a big fan of, like, my animes are kind of older school animes, so I like, you know, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop, stuff like that. This is very much like that. Also, there's like Aeon Flux vibes to this, which is something that I didn't anticipate the Aeon Flux vibes at all, so that was really cool. So again, this was great. All of this was great. I'm just kind of I'm concerned about like how it's gonna do with anime people, like who are hardcore anime fans, because it's all there. Like the animators, it is an anime. This is an anime, but I don't know if they'll accept the cyberpunk stuff, like the game, and like because the game it got a bad rap with a lot of people, but also it got a lot of good reputation stuff from people. So I don't know, man. We'll see how this goes. I'm down. I love it so far. So this episode, both episodes are getting 4 cyber things out of 5. each one was good and each one was worth a 4, which means that they haven't been, that only means it can go up from here or down from here. And if it's at a 4, either it'll plateau and stay at a 4 the whole time, which is great, or it'll go up to a 5. And even if it dips down, hopefully it won't completely like shoot itself in its own cyber foot, but even if it does, it can replace it with an augmentation that can make it fly. Who knows? So we'll see. But this looks great. So so far the first 2 episodes, 4 cyber things out of 4 cyber things. Pretty great, man. As far as the rest of the series, well, we might cover it. Who knows? We've got a lot of other shows coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of other streams, and we'll be doing midnight shows as well. But don't forget, the description is all the links below to Twitch, Twitter, and everything else we do, as well as Venmo, PayPal. That's there. Just saying it's there. Whatever, man, whatever. Anyway, we'll catch you next time on the Flippy Floppy, and Cyberpunk away, chome. You're a real chome. Chome. Is that what they say? Chome? Yeah, anyway. Later, Slater.